Make the use of the minority language normal. For us, this looks like using French at home in the United States. And the reason that I love this method so much is because how normal it makes using the language. My kids in general do not resist using French because why would they? It's just the language that we speak at home. But you can achieve this normalcy with many other methods. One parent, one language is a really popular one. I also know families who use the minority language just at meal times, for example. But whatever you do, do it consistently and just make it the norm. Because when it's normal, the kids don't resist it. Also, talk openly and often about bilingualism in a positive way. This is something that my husband and I do very consciously. We'll say things like, you guys are so lucky to be bilingual, that French and English are just native, easy languages for you. I had to work so hard for many years to get good at French. Your dad had to work so hard for many years to get good at English, and you guys just get this. That is so cool. Or when we're watching something in French, we'll be like, do you guys realize that like grandma and grandpa do not understand a word of this? Like, isn't that so cool that you just understand this? The goal here being for them to value bilingualism. And I do feel like having these kinds of conversations openly and often are making a huge difference. This one kind of goes back to the normalcy thing, and it might seem kind of obvious, but make all screen time in the minority language. And again, this is the norm in our house. If there is a French option, then that's the version that we're going to be watching. If there is none, then I'm not going to say, no, we can't watch that, it's not in French. But if it's available, that's what we're watching, period. And then finally, play dumb. If my kids start speaking to me in English, I go, quoi? 2 or 3 times maybe. I never scold them, but it's just a gentle reminder for them to switch back over. But I don't really push it. Like, I think that there probably have been times where they don't make the switch, and I would never like punish them or push them too hard because I don't want there to be any resentment. I don't want it to feel like a chore. However, we always stay in French. And so my final tip is don't give up. I know many, many families whose kids only speak the community language until maybe even 4 or 5. But the parents have continued speaking the minority language, and eventually it will click. Those are the biggest things I think that have made a huge impact in our bilingual parenting journey. Please let me know what other tips you have or if you have any other questions.